Hey everyone, welcome back to a new season of Witticism. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Mary, bringing you the news that matters most around the globe. The New York Police Department safely captured a 20-year-old man that scaled the Trump Tower in Midtown Manhattan earlier this summer. He used only suction cups to get all the way up during his several-hour stunt. This makes him the second biggest idiot to ascend the Trump Tower. The other guy just goes inside and uses the elevator.
A 2-year-old girl in Washington, D.C. received a $75 citation from the police Thursday for allegedly littering near an alley by her home. I'm just glad someone took that brat down a notch.
The world's dumbest criminal thought he looked so good in his wanted photo that he made it his Facebook profile picture, which allowed police to find him in nearly record time. I mean, he just wanted to prove to his ex-wife that even though she might not want him anymore, at least the entire state of Florida does.
China's dictatorship has become more absurd than usual. One college is trying to prevent their students from excessive flushing by giving them prepaid cards that only allow 650 gallons of water per month. In fine print, the rule states, each student get one dump.
Apple has now come out with the AirPod strap, which is designed to hold your AirPods together so that they can't be lost, seeing as AirPods are wireless since the iPhone 7 does not have an earphone jack. On that note, it's been leaked that Apple's next project will be a build-it-yourself iPhone that comes pre-dismantled in the box, so you can experience the joys of putting together your own iPhone, discarding the parts you decide you don't need. Other parts sold separately.
Michigan lawmaker Peter Patelia was killed in a motorcycle accident recently. Ironically, Patelia voted against a bill that would make operating a motorcycle without a helmet illegal. When asked why he voted down the potential law, he said, "LOL, YOLO."
A cult in Tennessee supposedly shut down last August due to negative media attention. The cult was formerly known for its cat shelter, Eva's Eden, which was started up under the revision of the ancient Egyptian custom of worshipping cats as divine beings. The shelter is dedicated to rescuing and worshipping cats in preparation for the apocalypse. Eva's Eden started on Facebook that they are bringing love to the world one cat at a time. In short, viewers, the cats have won. Oh sure, you were enamored by their cuteness when their videos took over the internet. You were amused by their complete lack of response to their names being called. Well, now they have finally amassed a group of people who make sure the cats are the first to be fed at dinner time. And now it's only a matter of time before the cats train those people to obey commands, puppeteering them into our politics and foreign trade, and then we'll all be at their mercy. And you thought it was going to be zombies that ended mankind's dominance over the world.
At the edge of a dark woods in South Carolina, children have been telling adults that a group of clowns have been trying to lure them into the cluster of trees. Said one clown, "When you see the golden arches, make a beeline for the woods."
Washington State Police arrested a suspected DUI driver who crashed into a "Please Don't Drink and Drive" sign on Monday. Police tracked the driver down after receiving a call about a man dancing naked around a self-made fire in front of a store's "No Smoking and No Shoes, Shirt, or Service" sign as he screamed over and over, "The man don't own me."
Donald Trump's latest political statement involved comparing Syrian refugees to candy. The image stated, "If I had a jar of Skittles and I told you 3 would kill you, would you take a handful? That's our Syrian refugee problem." Instead, it should read, "If we had a handful of Republican candidates and one of them was an ignorant racist, would you vote for one of them? That's our presidential election problem."
In Japan, a man has been accused of killing his 13-year-old son. The man stabbed his son in the chest repeatedly because the son wasn't studying for his junior high placement test. The father later claimed that the stabbing was an accident, that he didn't mean to, and that his son only brought dishonor to their family and his grades were killer.
A man named Marcus recently invented a new delicacy to add to America's fatty foods. He calls it deep fried water, and it's almost exactly as it sounds. Marcus knew that you couldn't just throw water in a fryer and get this delicious creation. No, that would be ridiculous. He puts in a sack of gelatin and then fries it. Much better. Fried sacks of water. Get them while they're hot.
If you plan on taking a trip to the United Kingdom, keep in mind that there are mice-sized spiders invading people's living rooms. They also happen to be sex-crazed and thirsty. I just thought you guys should know. I mean, no big deal, just the size of a small dog. No reason to worry. Watch Harry Potter, have a spot of tea, a crumpet even. Just pay no attention to the spider-shaped dog in the corner watching you paying homage to the Queen. It's fine, you're safe.
Some 3,000 tubes of fried chicken-scented sunscreen were snapped up in 2 hours Monday in a promotion for KFC's Extra Crispy recipe. The sunscreen is designed that in case people at the beach don't get the hint from your Home Depot bucket sandcastles, they are now able to smell how white trash you are.
A 77-year-old fertility doctor in Indianapolis used his own sperm to impregnate his patients instead of using donor sperm. Dr. Klein is now facing felony charges after 8 children of his former patients found out they were all related. So let me get this straight. It's illegal for a doctor to impregnate several women against their will, but when Donald Trump does it, it's okay.
In an attempt to draw tourists to the lovely North Korea, the government took to website TripAdvisor.com to spread the word. Not only did this plan backfire, but it also appears that the U.S. American tourists have upset the supreme leader. The country's 6-star luxury hotel received terrible reviews, stating that the hotel was more like a prison and that their vacation as a whole was ruined. But to be fair, how can a communist hellhole vacation not be a disaster from the start?
And that's all the time we have for tonight. I'm Mary.
And I'm Tyler. You stay beautiful, Indiana.
There are people out there who care. Verbal abuse is the most continuous form of abuse that follows you, but it doesn't have to. No need to be one of the 3.2 million students bullied each year. Speak out and seek help. Let's end bullying together.
Hey guys, welcome back to our new and improved Hollywood Talk segment, The Blab. I'm Haley.
I'm Kane.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Anna.
Earlier this summer, America endured one of its worst tragedies, the killing of the beautiful silverbacked gorilla, Harambe. And life will just never be the same without him. Harambe was shot by a zookeeper after a 3-year-old boy climbed into his enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo. Although this happened nearly 4 months ago, Harambe is still a hot topic. The Cincinnati Bengals created a petition to change their name to the Cincinnati Harambes, and internet memes of Harambe have been pretty much non-stop since his death. This has stirred up a lot of controversy among people, particularly of the Facebook community. Some people blamed Harambe for being a giant monster, while other people blame the mother for allowing her son to climb into a gorilla enclosure. What do you guys think? Did Harambe deserve to die, or
absolutely
not?
Did you ever see how a gorilla takes care of their young? It's the same way that Harambe did whenever the little boy fell in. He was playing with him, but he did get a little violent, which I can see, but that's just how a gorilla is.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I feel like it's really hard to let your child fall into an enclosure
sure.
that far down where there's water. If I was a parent, maybe it's just me, I'm a concerned person as it is, but if I have a child with me that's mine, I'm not going to be okay, go wander off while we're at a zoo.
6 kids.
Yeah.
6 kids with her, and he told her, I want to play with the gorillas, and she was like, no, and then he ran.
This is what Planned Parenthood is made for.
He just jumped in.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I just don't understand how the child fell into it.
To begin with,
and then was fine. It was such a high, I was watching the video multiple times.
They were worried about the gorilla, but he literally fell 30 feet at least.
That nobody took that into consideration because that's what I was thinking the entire time.
No, and then the gorilla like picked him up and took care of him. Like it was
Yeah.
just, and then that's how the little boy woke up, and he was so cool about it. He like never cried. He was just like, oh,
Chilling
I'm playing with
with gorilla.
Harambe.
Yeah.
It's like a womb.
But like at the end of the day, like I mean, what were they supposed to do? Like, how do you guys think they should have gone about that situation? Like getting him out of there? Like,
No,
what do
I
you think
think-
should have been done?
I definitely think like it's as sad to say like killing was probably the best option because you don't know, the child could have got Did you see like
He got
the
whiplash.
gorilla like dragging
him
him?
and stuff,
Even
yeah.
though he's not doing it on purpose
Yeah.
because he's an animal, but it's the best way to save the kid.
Yeah, it was definitely like not an aggressive thing I think that Harambe was doing, but at the end of the day, like there was nothing that they could do to safely extract the kid because if they shot him with like a tranquilizer, he could have had those like 2 minutes of rage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would have just
I mean, what would you rather see, a kid dying or a gorilla dying?
At the end of the day, it's
Exactly.
for the people.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid's perfectly fine now.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on. It was pretty much a terrible summer for America's sweetheart, Taylor Swift. First, she got snubbed from the writing credits of the song This Is What You Came For, and then Calvis Harris, her hottest boyfriend to date, dumped her. But it got even worse because when Kanye's famous song came out, Taylor claimed she knew nothing about being called the B word. Turns out she totally knew. Video of Taylor and Kanye having a clear and understanding conversation of the song was leaked on Kim K's Snapchat for all of the world to see. Some of Taylor's posse, like Selena and Chloe Grace Moretz and others, had her back, but it was very clear that Taylor Swift was lying and that Kim K is a better FBI agent than Olivia Benson. What do you guys think? Was it wrong of Kim to post this, or do you think Taylor's reaction was a little bit ridiculous?
I mean, she lied about it in the first place, and Kanye's gonna have her. She's gonna have Kanye's back, and Kanye's gonna have her back. Like it's just how it's gonna happen.
I feel like she's a complete like snake. I've never been like completely like disappointed in someone. Like you've been in the music industry for how long? Like you know how it works. Like with knowledge of something like that out there, she should have been like, maybe I shouldn't lie about this one just for once. Like be okay with it, but she got completely exposed, but it just made her more money.
Yeah, and it's not like it was like a harmful thing to her career. It's not like everyone heard her being called the B word in a Kanye song and everyone was like, oh, you know what? I guess I know whose album I'm not buying anymore because like it's not like.
But
a
let's be
huge deal.
honest, the song is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
The
great
song's
song.
really good.
And
She
Kim
really-
K was just sticking up for her husband.
Oh,
I would have done the
oddly,
same
Ride or
thing.
die.
Honestly.
Ride or die.
When you have like 3 million people on your Snapchat, like how tempting is it not to just leak everything?
Yeah,
I mean, she is like one of the most. She's definitely more famous than Taylor Swift.
yeah, she
Easily.
has a lot more fans and followers, and she's
All
just
that.
pretty
Spaz.
great. Yeah. But anyway, well, guys, if Brad and Angelina can't make it through marriage, the rest of us are completely doomed. The couple has been together for roughly 10 years, but tied the knot only 2 years ago. The ex-couple is known for being way better human beings than the rest of us and adopting less fortunate children from around the world. Sources say that Angelina cited the divorce just a few weeks ago and is seeking full custody of their 6 children while granting Pitt visitation rights. It's really ironic that they are solely concerned about the well-being of their children, even though their entire childhood has been spent with their 6 nannies that Brad probably had an affair with. What do you guys think of this? Did this come as a surprise to any of you that they're getting divorced?
a lot of couples in Hollywood always get divorced. You think that they're
Yeah.
gonna make it, and you want them to make it, but it never works
Yeah.
out. And the kids
Like you
always
never
get
see
lost.
couples growing old together.
That,
like
yeah.
where's like the celebrity old couple?
Well,
Like that's what I want to see.
and at the same time, Angelina cheated. Like Brad was with Jennifer and cheated on Jennifer with Angelina. You can't expect a clean marriage when you
When it
just
started on an
ruin
affair.
someone else's.
Literally, like your foundation
mean,
was
Your foundation was an
infidelity.
affair. Obviously, it's going to end in an affair.
After Mr. and Mrs. Smith, it definitely just became like more of a career boosting stunt whenever they got married, even though they were one of the best friend couples.
Yeah.
It's just
I mean, like I have a lot of respect for them as a couple, and like they're really big gay rights activists. Like they didn't get married until like the marriage ban was lifted and everything like that, which is why they only got divorced 2 years ago. But their marriage only lasted 2 years. Like Kim Kardashian's most recent marriage lasted longer than that. So,
But her first one lasted 76 days.
but she was happy.
I just feel bad for the 6 kids that got like that they
Got,
were
like,
they
stuck
paid
in
for
this.
to bring into their life,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now they're
like suffering
living
through
the
other
American dream of divorce.
But they have
Yeah.
like so much stuff in their lives. Like they have 6 nannies, 1 for each kid, and like they also have a cook and they also have tutors. Like there's so many people on their children's staff that they won't even notice when their parents are gone because they're normally gone like shooting films and stuff anyway.
Which is
so-
funny why she wants to get custody and like be so like
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like a
It's easy
power
to have
thing.
shared custody when
Yeah.
you're both never around.
Exactly.
Like,
What's
maybe
the
just
point
give
of
custody
making
to a
because you're
nanny
also
and you
making,
both get visitation.
you're making the kids go through all that.
It's Brad and Angelina's kid. It's gonna be famous in some way. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna succeed in life.
Yeah. They'll turn out all right.
They'll make more than us.
They'll turn out all right. But speaking of people who won't turn out all right, Brock Turner is an American rapist who recently was released from prison early after only receiving a 6-month sentence, which is pretty darn late. During the trial, Brock easily became one of the most hated men in the media. In hopes of dissolving his reputation, his father released a statement that was meant to describe Brock's personality, but only went on to tell everyone how he couldn't eat a big ribeye steak anymore and that this was a steep price to pay for only 20 minutes of action. How do you guys feel about this trial and his early release, and especially those comments that his dad made?
Well, did you see the one, I think it was on Facebook or something, but this one video of this guy who got in jail for like half his life for marijuana use?
Yeah.
And he got out.
He was in there for like 3 months.
For raping someone and hurting someone. And
For ruining someone else's life.
Like
that's
literally
just
molested, violated,
crazy.
And he
I don't
got
know
such
how-
a late sentence.
They're never going to be the same.
Yeah,
ever.
she will never be the same. And he got so much media coverage, and like he's one of the world's most hated men right now. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he was like had a potential execution attempt because he's very hated right now, and
Yeah.
rightfully so. Like,
Yeah.
why did he deserve such a light sentence? And then you see all this stuff in the media of people dying over like nothing.
Yeah.
Even though he's like so hated, he's just using it as a career booster.
Yeah.
He's using like the media as his outlet
But
right
the
now,
media
and it's just
isn't
awful.
even like totally against him. Like you see media, like you see headlines, and they call him a Stanford swimmer, or they call him a college student, or what, like any of the names that they use to describe him in the media is not what he actually is, which is a rapist. He is a sex offender, and he doesn't want, like, they're trying to fight to get his name off the registry. But he assaulted a woman behind a dumpster. It's repulsive.
Did you guys see what his
disgusting.
neighbors are doing though? Like they, in front of his, like on his sidewalks and on his road, they have arrows pointing to his house.
That's
A
amazing.
rapist lives here.
That's
and like Brock
amazing.
Turner should go back to jail. Brock Turner should die, etc., etc. All these things right out in front of his house. So now he can't leave his house without knowing he's a rapist.
I completely agree with that, though. People should know that. Like, it
Especially
should
if they're
be,
fighting to get him off the list. Like everyone in that neighborhood and anyone around him deserves to know that.
Well, when he signed his name on the registry, he had to go door to door, and knock on everyone's door and tell them that he's a sex offender.
I'm
Imagine
surprised
how
no
many
one
doors
assaulted
he
him.
got slammed in his face. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he's hated. Everyone absolutely hate him.
but there's a good reason behind it.
Of course. He's a disgusting human being and deserves to rot in prison for another 15 years.
Agreed.
15. Literally life.
That's what he should have gotten.
I was gonna say
It's
life.
like, but whatever. Whatever. All right. American swimmer Ryan Lochte has been suspended for 10 months following a scandal involving the U.S. Olympic athlete and 3 other swimmers at the Rio Games. Lochte told police that he had been robbed, but his story wasn't matching up, according to Brazilian authorities, who said the group destroyed a bathroom and urinated in public. They recommended that Lochte be charged with falsely reporting a crime. Do you guys think this was a fair call, or how do you feel about this whole scandal?
It's his career. He lied about it. Like, he should have to face the penalties.
Yeah.
It stinks that, because I'm a huge Ryan Lochte fan, but it stinks that he did do that. I don't know why he stretched the truth. Why didn't he just tell the truth? Because I feel like it would have been better. Yeah, he still would have gotten in
Honesty is the
trouble,
best
but like
policy.
it would have. He looks dumb now. He
Yeah.
lost all
Oh,
of his
yeah.
endorsements, and now like. Did you see that he got like attacked at Dancing with the
Yeah,
Stars?
storming the
People were,
stage.
like storming
With
the
like
stage.
anti-Lochte shirts
Yeah.
and everything.
I mean, I don't think he
Isn't he
deserves
on?
that, but
No, I mean, it was just a lie, but he also is like representing America
Yeah.
as a swimmer,
Yeah.
and he like tampered with our image and
And
you
a lot of,
made
like-
a jerk out of himself.
and a
like
lot
he
of-
really
yeah.
messed up, and he lost his endorsements. I mean, 10-month suspension. I don't
Yeah.
think he's paying for.
Is
it,
he
but-
on Dancing with the Stars this season?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Oh, I
is.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean,
That's-
that's because he has 10-month suspension, so he has the time to do it.
Yeah.
and training.
Yeah, it sucks that he's still like furthering his career, even though he had the privilege to go. Another country gave him the privilege and our whole Olympic team to go to their country, and they just
And
vandalized
compete,
it.
and
But
they,
now he's furthering his career now, getting even bigger media coverage,
Yeah.
and just making more money.
Why are they so caught up on
Money
him
is
and not the
motive.
other 3 swimmers?
Yeah,
That's the
he's the bigger
thing.
name.
he is the bigger name.
He's like Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte. Like, how many other swimmers on the American team do you know?
All right,
And
good
how
point.
many
Yeah.
how many other swimmers are there? You know what I mean? Like,
And
we
he's
only know a
the
few people.
oldest, one of the older ones. So like not the
Yeah.
oldest, but he's one of the older ones. So like everyone's gonna be looking up to him.
And he
so
has the more medals, so people
Yep.
are like following him more.
Phelps is retiring. Is Lochte retiring? This is
He said he wasn't going to, but I don't know
we'll
about
see how
now.
these 10 months off.
Let's see if he vandalizes anything else.
Yeah.
Pee on him. All right, guys, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Haley.
I'm Kane.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Anna.
Stay tuned for Mary with her weekly advice. Dress up your cup. March is National Nutrition Month, the perfect time to make a healthy change in your life. The next time you're thirsty, reach for a water instead of a sugary soda. This simple choice will cut 10 teaspoons of sugar and over 100 calories from your diet. Want to increase your water consumption? Keep a water bottle handy throughout the day. Try adding a small amount of 100% fruit juice to your water for a tasty, refreshing, low-calorie drink. You can also add fruit to your water for extra flavor without the added sugar.
Hey guys, welcome back to another season of advice with the one and only me. I hope you all had a great summer. I know I did. I backpacked all over the world and got to see some pretty amazing things. I saw the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Eiffel Tower, and the Great Wall of China. It was a pretty busy summer and I realize not everyone is as fortunate as me, so I'll stop bragging and move right along with things. Dear Mary, my mom is always asking way too much of me. She's so extra. Like every Wednesday I come home from school and she asks me to bring the trash cans up and I'm like, just give me a break, will you? Like she has no idea how tired I am after a long day of school. And this week alone, all I heard was, Kara, take your shoes upstairs. Kara, put the milk away. Kara, look at me when I'm speaking to you. Like, don't tell me what to do. And who are you to be in charge of where my eyes do and do not go? Last time I checked, this was a free country and I could look wherever I pleased. And then the other day, I bring my boyfriend Steve over and she throws a fit, like screaming at me like, Kara, why didn't you ask me if you could bring your deadbeat drug-dealing boyfriend over? And I'm all like, first off, Mom, he's not a deadbeat. And second off, this is my house too. Like, who does she think she is? I just don't know what to do to get her off my frickin' back and for her to stop expecting so much of me all the time. What should I do? Thanks, Kara. I just want to say I'm so glad we've never met because you really are one of the most defiant, annoying little teenage brats who probably wears too much eyeliner and listens to death metal because it's relaxing. My advice for you, Kara, since you're only 15, is to respect your effing mother who raised you. All right, she did. Would it kill you? I mean, would it seriously kill you to not be like a god-awful human being? To like, I don't know, respect the person that birthed you and apparently deals with all of your crap? God. You're lucky you're not my daughter, or I would send you off to boot camp, where there was no Wi-Fi or hot showers. Seriously, if you think your mom is bad, just wait until I write her a strongly worded letter, and then she actually sends you off to boot camp. Your mother will seem like a frickin' saint then, because if I was your mother, I'd be your worst nightmare. Sorry guys, bullying entitled 15-year-olds is one of my favorite hobbies. Okay, so anyways, enough with the letters. I know it's already like 3 weeks into the semester, but it's never too late to receive some advice for you incoming freshmen that have no idea how to do college. So first things first, utilize your meal swipes. IUP didn't use our tax dollars for nothing, people. They've been revamping the place since I got here in 2013. I've lost countless hours of sleep and valuable time having to take longer paths to class, all because of the construction. So trust me when I say they've worked hard to build plenty of dining halls and places to eat that truly aren't that bad. You've got the Hub, the Crimson Cafe, Folgers, and of course one of my personal favorites, the Pod. Don't waste your money on Chipotle when your parents are paying for your meal plan. Plus, if you don't spend those meal swipes and flex dollars by the end of the semester, they will go to waste and your parents will be more pissed at that time that you went 90% over your family data plan. While I am telling you to use your meal swipes, I'm also telling you to be cautious of the freshman 15 because it is a real thing that almost everyone experiences. But don't freak out. I mean, there are people I know that experience the freshman 40, so it could always be worse. Now, I'm not saying go on a diet immediately. I'm just saying that your eating habits are going to drastically change. I mean, you're going from home-cooked meals to sodium overkill and booze. But the good news is there is a gym in the Hub. You just have to wait in line for a treadmill or elliptical or pretty much any piece of equipment. But nonetheless, it's still a gym that you can take a selfie in and then leave, which I know is what half of you do anyways. Don't believe every guy that tells you you're pretty. I mean, I'm sure you're pretty, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to discourage your self-esteem here. I'm just trying to tell you that some guys will say whatever they want to get a little something. They're pigs, dogs, animals. Okay, I shouldn't compare all men to four-legged creatures. That's a sweeping generalization. At least 1% of them actually want relationships. But just remember, the first guy that shows interest in you won't be the last. Take your time, set high standards, and don't fall for that 2 a.m. booty call because it'll be directly followed by that 8 a.m. walk of shame. Don't be afraid to say no. If you don't want to go to that party or hook up with a guy or even get beans on your Chipotle burrito bowl, just say no. You won't get judged or shunned or rejected. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. It's as simple as that. Sometimes it's honestly better to stay in and watch a whole season of House of Cards than to get dressed up for 2 hours to go to a party that's just gonna get busted. Join clubs, specifically IUP TV and even more specifically Witticism. But seriously, if you go all 4 years without joining a single club or fraternity or going to any on-campus events, you're missing out on the college experience, because believe it or not, it's not all about drinking 4 out of the 7 days a week and then being hungover the other 3. You know, try new things, push yourself, put something on your resume other than the classes you took. You're going to regret getting a bachelor's degree just to work a cashier job at Target when you graduate. Don't smoke weed in the dorm rooms. I promise you will get caught. And don't try blowing it out the window or using a toilet paper roll and dryer sheets. Don't even turn the shower on all the way hot. None of it works. You will get in trouble, and then everyone will know you as the idiot across the hall. So find a friend off campus and just do it the old-fashioned way. I mean, don't do it at all. Drugs are bad for you. Just go to freaking class. I mean, especially go to class when you're living in the dorms. You're literally right on top of campus, and you'll never get that luxury again, because trust me, the will to go to class worsens when you live off campus 15 minutes away, when it's snowing and raining or even 100 degrees outside. Just think that every class you miss is $90 wasted. That's like 4 tanks of gas, 9 trips to the movies, 30 Big Macs, or 9,000 pieces of penny candy. I mean, you can do a lot with $90, so just go to class, people. Treat party houses with respect. It might seem funny to trash a house because you don't care or don't know the person that lives there, but that just might be the house you live in your junior and senior year. So don't dump your jungle juice on the carpet or clog the toilet with your puke or steal posters or tapestries or alcohol or anything for that matter. Just don't steal from people. And don't be that guy punching a hole in the wall of a house that will eventually be yours. And lastly, don't get hung up over boys or your grades or what people might think of you. If someone doesn't like you, move on. This is the only time you'll be surrounded by 15,000 people. So what if one of them doesn't like you? There are plenty more that probably have the same interests and hobbies as you. And just remember to have fun and live it up, because these next 4 years will go by faster than you think. And then you'll be an adult, and it's really gonna suck from there. All right, guys, well, that's all the advice I have. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to tune in next week.
Why can't I read? I wrote it. Yeah, let me read it again. It was big. And yeah, it was big. Let me read it again.
It's disgusting.
Okay. I was having fun with that one.
We lost the prompter.
It went away and then I forgot what to say.
This is gonna be perfect. It will be. It will be. It will be. It might. It probably won't be.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have for today. But I'm Haley.
I'm Kane.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Anna.
Stay tuned next week. Stay tuned. Am I starting on the scale? Yeah.
Good job, guys.